reply, he asked his disciples, "Who are the people saying I am?" "Well," they replied, "some say John the Baptist, some Elijah, some Jeremiah, or one of the other prophets." Then he asked them, "But who do you think I am?" And Simon Peter answered, "The Christ, the Messiah, the Son of the living God." "God has blessed you, Simon, son of Jonah," Jesus said, "for my Father in heaven has personally revealed this to you. This is not from any human source. You are Peter, a stone, and upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell shall not prevail against it." Wasn't he playing Who Am I? Yeah. Oh, good.
Very clever.
Okay. So, who do you say that Jesus is? If Jesus asked you that question, who do you say that I am? What would you say?
My Saviour.
Yeah.
My Saviour.
Yeah.
My best friend.
My best friend. Oh, carry on. Take over. Come on, no, really. What would you say?
Son of God.
Son of God.
Son of God. Yeah.
My healer.
My healer.
My all in all.
My all in all.
My guide. My guide.
My guide. Any more?
My guardian angel.
My guardian angel. You'd say that was Jesus. Yes. Certainly our guardian, isn't he? Yes. Yes. I wonder if a bit like Simon, and I'll call him Simon because that was his family name. I wonder if a bit like Simon you would have trouble to explain it. He knew how he felt, he knew what it was in his gut, but he sort of, I get the feeling he sort of came out with it. Perhaps took everyone a little bit by surprise. You know? You can't fully explain it. You know that in Jesus, as you said, you found a friend. You find yourself talking to him. We call it prayer. You find that when you seek peace, sometimes he comes and you have that great sense of peace. And it's not always logical, is it? You know what I mean? Not in this day and age. Not for other people to understand. But you can't get away from the fact as a Christian that, as the old Salvation Army chorus used to say, Jesus is real to me. Yes, Jesus is real to me. And then we used to say, and I had trouble with this line, I never will doubt him or journey without him. But he is so real to me. And when we've met Jesus, in the sense that I'm trying to explain, I'm not doing very well, it's that real. He's that real to us. And so when he says, well, who am I? Who am I? We're with Simon when we say, you're from God. You're the prophecy fulfilled of the Messiah, the one who would come. You're the Son of the living God. And if you remember my sermon 2 weeks ago, we take it even further. You are God in a way we can understand, if you remember that sermon from 2 weeks ago. And we say, Lord, you're the Lord of my life. You've become my focus. You've become my direction. You've become my whole meaning in life. I hope that is your experience. And I would simply say this morning, if it's not, honestly, it can be. Ask Jesus into your life, and that experience will start, and it will grow until you find that he is a real person to you. It's interesting because Jesus said, Simon, God has blessed you, for my Father in heaven has personally revealed this to you. It's not from any human source. When that happens, You can't always fully explain it because it's a God thing. It's a God breaking in on your life. And it's incredible. Jesus goes on to say, you are Peter. Now he changes his name. You are Peter, which means a stone, and upon this rock I will build my church. Now this rock, what was this rock? It could be the confession that Peter's just made. Because believe me, that confession is the foundation rock of our Christian faith and religion. Jesus is Lord. And our church is built on that rock. Traditionally, particularly in the Catholic Church, it's thought of when Jesus is asking these questions to Peter or saying, you are my rock, that he means Peter. And there is a tradition that he became the first pope in Rome. But certainly, he was already a leader amongst the disciples. And he became increasingly an influential and dynamic leader in the early church. And you think on that day of Pentecost, who preached the sermon where there were all those converts? Peter did. And we go on to see him becoming more and more one of the foundation leaders of the church. For me this morning, I want to say, I think this idea hasn't ended, because I believe that Jesus is still building his kingdom. He is still building his church. And I think the challenge comes to us that if we say, Jesus, you are a living Lord, then Jesus turns to us and says, right, I want to build my kingdom on you. I need you there as solid rocks. I need you there as bricks in the work, however you want to picture it. I need you to be still building God's kingdom. Are you standing firm? Can God depend on you? Are you strengthening God's kingdom? Are you trusting God's revelation of who Jesus is? And are you living that out in your daily belief, in your daily words and your daily actions? Are you living this out? And like Peter, you're saying, Jesus is the Son of the living God. And are you wanting to guide others to Jesus too? I pray you are. And I believe that God is using us within this church and within our neighbourhoods and families and communities to do just that. We are living stones in the building of the kingdom. God bless you. I want you to listen and watch a video. It's a beautiful song, and they put some action to it, you might say. Just take note of these words. If you want to come, I want you to pray these words. I hope you might pick up the chorus and begin to be able to sing that. And I want you to pray these words. If you want to pray the words at the mercy seat, does it make a difference to this Catholic Church? The mercy seat is still always here for us to pray.